All right, number 9, which ordered pairs are solutions to the inequality of negative 2y plus 3x is greater than negative 12? If you want to find whether or not an ordered pair is a solution, you have to test the truth of the inequality. So we're going to take each of these values and we're going to substitute them in. This is like my x and my y, and we're going to substitute them in for x and y into the inequality to see if the left side is actually greater than negative 12. So when I do this for A, I end up with negative 2 times 6 plus, that's a plus, not a 4, plus 3 times x, and my x was 0. So this is going to be negative 12, negative 12 plus 0, and I want to know, is negative 12 greater than negative 12? Well, no, it's not. It's equal to. It's not greater than. Therefore, A is not an ordered pair, is not a solution to that inequality. So we're going to continue testing. So when I go to B, I'm going to do the same thing. So I have my x and my y. I'll change colors just so we can keep things straight. So my x and my y. So negative 2 times 3 plus 3 times 1. And I'm going to end up with negative 6 plus 3. That's negative 3. And I want to know, is negative 3 greater than 12? It is. It's a smaller, or it's a negatives work backwards. That's what I'm trying to say. So the larger the number that's negative, it's actually a smaller value. So negative 3 would be greater than 12. So this is true. That is a solution. So B would be one of my solutions. All right, I'm going to go ahead and erase my work here for these first two so that I have some room to write. So you might have to go back and rewind if you need help with one of those or to finish writing. So if I go to this one, x comma y, same process, negative 2 times 6 plus 3 times negative 5. So I end up with negative 12 and then plus a negative 15. So negative 12 minus 15 is going to give me negative 27, and I want to know, is that greater than negative 12? Well, no, it's not, so that's not going to be a solution. And then we'll test that last one. Again, I'm going to erase so I have room. I'll go back to a blue guy, so x and y. So this time I'll have negative 2 times negative 5 plus 3 times negative 6. So I end up with 10 minus 18, and I want to know if that's greater than 12 or negative 12. So I end up with negative 8. Is negative 8 greater than negative 12? Yes, it is. So D would also be a solution. So B and D are two of my solutions for number 9. Number 10, I labeled the lines here for you in the graphs because they were really difficult to see because I had to shrink the graphs a little bit to fit in the document. So you're not going to have those given to you on the test. You'll have to actually look to see if they're dashed or solid. I was just trying to help us out. So I want to know which graph represents the inequality. I like to look at my inequality and make some judgments about it. So since it's greater than, I know that it's going to be dashed. It's not equal to. If it's greater than or less than, it's a dashed line. And I also know that since it's greater than it, it's going to be shaded above my line. Okay, so I know right away I can eliminate choice B and C because those are both solid lines and I need a dashed line. And I also know that since it's greater than, I need to shade above. So from that line, if I draw my arrow up, I need to have my shaded region above that, and that would be choice D. All right, lastly, number 11, you're remodeling your office and you're buying new filing cabinets. Cabinet X costs $10 and cabinet Y costs $20. And you can spend at most $140. Write an inequality to represent how many of each cabinet you can purchase in this situation. So if I use my keyword chart and I look and I find at most, okay, at most, can you have any more than? Well, no, that's the most you can spend. So at most is going to be less than or equal to 140. And I know that a cabinet costs $10, but I don't know how many cabinets I'm going to buy. So 10x, and we want the total. So I add the two together. And then my other cabinets, cabinet Y's, they cost 20 bucks. And I don't know how many of those I'm going to get. But I know together I need them to be less than or equal to $140. So that would be my inequality for this situation.